And here we go, folks. Caribs against Royalians. This is day 2, Harvard 7. Flub and Blossom here early. Kickoff by Caribs, and here comes Angry Bird. Immediate penalty there for crossing, and here comes Caribs. This is a big one, folks. Of course, Caribbean Kings filled with Guyanese superstars are in TNT, and this is a chance for all our TNT talent to shine. If you've been ignored by national selectors, this is your opportunity. Natty to be get it. Looking to go himself. No, he goes up past Mr. Rayside, who's almost through, gets his hands free, but it's just not there. Tackle comes in from Michael Stafford, and it's going to be Royalians' ball right in front of their post. Lots of noise, lots of action. Final day, as I said. And a Tiba Rodney right in front of it. With the young Michael Stafford, a Tiba Rodney, of course, wearing number 23, national superstar to his right. Kishon Walker, he's wearing number 19. And number 26, as I said, is Michael Stafford. Lots of options. Angry Bird, guy with the headgear, affectionately known, of course, Andrew Quash. He's up against nationals, come off Natty for Caribs. They're a very interesting matchup. And young superstar at fly half for Caribs, that's just Sandy Daniel. Here comes Rodney. He wants to push that tempo out to the national superstar, that's Kishon Walker. Not a lot of support with him, so he's got to stay on his feet. He does so very well. Finally comes Angry Bird, gets there as well. Should be quick ball to Dover. Very, very wide. Might be putting himself under some pressure. Dover recognizes it and he straightens up. Again, Claire comes. And it's there. Waist moves it. It's looking to flow now. Here comes a Tiba Rodney. Wide. Goes to Wazim Oliver. Tackle comes again. Jovan almost gets over it, but he looked to push. An opportunity started. It's a shame, but it's intercepted by Jeremiah Moore. And Jeremiah, under 20 prodigy for Fanau Rabi, scores his first. That won't be his last. And one of his teammates in the under 20 level, just Sandy Daniel with the kick. They of course represent local club Fanau Rugby. They're doing extremely well. So first blood to Caribs. Sandy Daniel has a difficult kick and he pushes it across the face. Sandy to kick off again, this time to Dover. Brings it down under control. Andrew Quash now. Royalians look to kick away possession as easily identified by Rayside, and now the pressure comes on. Looks to cover, gets his hands free to Katie's. Katie's one out wide to the try score. There's Moore again. Moore is more problems. Pass it back inside to Katie's and they look at the slow it right down. Big pressure. But it's relieved and it is a high tackle according to Geico. They move back Caribs, willing to slow it down. Both these sides had some trouble in day 1. Royalians with a very surprising loss to Police. Can have a big effect on their playoff chances. Here comes Malik. Malik, of course, was involved with the national training group and just missed out on selection. He is a young flyer there for Caribs, wearing his number on him just yet. So he's pushing out to the wing. I think he's going to be playing centre, and Jeremiah Moore is going to move to the wing. Still early days, second day, Harvard Sevens Championship. Big Giddis in the scrum. Another player that national coaches were looking at, just to give some ideas of how to stop that powerhouse that was the Canadian scrum. Here he goes, Daniel out to Malik. Malik against Walker, and it's chipped through. Angry Bird's got to cover this, and he does very well. Deemed to go back, and Angry holds possession this time, but he's under a lot of pressure, being forced out, so he drops it right there, and it's collected, but it's knocked on again by Royalians, and Royalians' problems continue.
Morning, everybody.
Wait. Crowd starting to roll in. You're going to be hearing lots of music and talking and liming. This is our final tournament here in TNT. It's been a long 7 series. Blossom has taped. This must be your millionth game, Blossom, for the season. Seeing that they're moving, of course, Kishon Walker to centre, young Stafford on the wing. He is a flyer. I don't know why Royalians just can't seem to put together that push. They have all the talent in the squad. Even their bench looks quite deep. Can they pull it back against a young, built together Carib side? Here we go again, Daniel. Daniel, he looks to push himself against Rodney. Rodney's going to make no mistake there. Walker trying to get over the ball. Let's see if it was a clear release. No, it wasn't. Did not look like it was. And now they look to push again. Big Giddis holds the ball just long enough out to Jovan. Jovan against Wazim. Hands loose again. Now it's cross. Angry Bird looks to get there, but he is off his feet by a mile. And Geico recognizes that. So this is a card. Angry Bird causing problems himself. And Royalians compound. That is a big, big loss for Angry Bird to be coming off now at this stage. Down a try already. champion Guerra is losing it. So here comes Giddis. They might have to keep this close. They've got about 5 pack numbers there.
Caribs over Royalians.
And they call for the scrum smartly. Of course, they're playing with that man advantage. How are they going to approach this? Of course, no scrum half. Atiba Rodney's going to look to push. They're going to have to do a lot of cover work. Smartly, actually, they bring Walker across. And they're going to move Rodney to the centers. But again, this should be just a matter of easy hands. Stafford is going to have to fly up to try to cut this angle. And here we go. 2-on-1. But the drift comes. Rodney is doing well. Malik, wide ball to the try scorer. What a push up there. And there's another one for young Jeremiah Moore. Jeremiah has got a double to the surprise of no one. Wearing number 10 again, playing for now in the youth academy, but got the opportunity to represent Caribs. And I fear we will see this for years and years to come. Sandy Daniel to take the kick. Happy to wait a little extra time. He's going to milk every second. Again, unsuccessful. One area of TNT rugby blossom. I don't think I'm being unfair to say, but TNT kickers have been struggling this season, converting their kicks. More and more TNT talent pouring through the door as we speak. The senior action is starting now. This is the first senior game of the day. Caribbean Kings in action later. Whole squad of just Guyanese superstars. Can't wait to see them against our local talent. Sani, that is a special kick. Across, can't bring it down. Angry, back in charge now. Of course, he just came back on, gave away that card and yellow. So here we go. Goes through the hands again. Royalians spring again. Walker tries to pick it up, injects some sort of pace. He was a superstar run. He brushes off one. Him against Giddis. And Giddis does not miss that tackle. Angry Bird picks up, he goes a little lateral again away from his support. Cuts back inside. Everybody just taking a little bit long to respond for Royalians. Here's Dober. Rodney. They've got to make it work now. Huge overlap, but they don't go with it. And it's a knock-on advantage. Out one more. Jasani almost picked off, and that might be another card. It is Micah now. He's going to be off. Micah Stafford, the young Tibigonians. So that is a second card in the first half. And again, smartly, Caribs call a scrum.
First yellow card was already?
Yeah, first Caribs. Once they had that score, I guess they've been a little lenient with time. They let him back on one time. Seen some of the Harvard's players actually representing Steepo said as young Nathan Mars. It should be a easy adjustment again based on how the scrum comes. Giddis is not going to make a mistake. Here goes Sandy Daniel. He's so good at taking it flat. Here comes Ray side. Could be cut back inside. And now the acceleration. Now he's through young Ray side. Well tackled there by national superstar. And another penalty this time actually. Well done, stealing in by Caribs. So Royalians, if they crack now, it's only 10-0. If Atiba Rodney makes something happen, they want to go wide. Dover now, not a lot of action out there. So he smartly takes it back into traffic. They've got to settle that more leg. Giddis looking to get over it. Rodney secures. The men, they're playing with a man down, so they can't be too ambitious. As the wave takes it in. Secure comes. Atiba Rodney actually looked for a while, not sure it was on. And they do look to go. Here's Atiba Rodney. Can he make something happen? Rodney against Jovan. Pushes one off. Well done. Young tackle coming in there. Very well done. And Cross felt that one. Now they want to push, even though they're short numbers. Dober finds some space for Angry Bird, who chips to the head. Tackle almost came in. That would have been a yellow card as well. Ray side looks to collect. But wait a minute. Angry Bird, if it sits up for him, it does. He still has tons of time. And here we go, Angry Bird recovers. And Blossom Stewart, they have to convert this one. It is now 10-5 with the kick to come, and he does. And that is 10-7. And is that half time? It does look like it. So Blossom, we will be back.
Okay, go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. This is second half action. Caribs and Royalians desperate for winning this tournament. Yes, that is Kelvis Figaro taking his place, rightful place I should say, on the pitch. This kickoff for Royalians at late score there by Angry Birds. So Royalians have done so many things wrong in that first half, Blossom. 2 yellow cards, and yet they're only down by 3 points. And it's the importance of the conversion. Yeah, oh well. Die-hard Royalians player, of course, is all too confident. Not a lot of subs coming on yet for Royalians. Kickoff comes. Kelvis collects well, and he is instantly smashed by Keshawn Walker. They're looking to go wide. They've got some room. Back inside. Could he hold it? And it is a forward pass. I'm not sure what Geddes thought he saw, but it's going to be a Royalians ball just inside the 10. This is a perfect start here for Royalians. More national talent making their way here. That is Fiola Jack downstairs, Shakir De Freitas and the Tank all joining us. I believe Tank is playing with the Defence Force national team. They're looking to make a little bit of a bomb squad to face the Caribbean Kings. The Rome Puntip's touring team.
I think that's the only team Caribbean Kings lost to.
Yeah, that's right. So they hope to see. So here comes Rodney again. Rodney looks to switch. Dummy switch. And here's a chance for young Michael Stafford. Oh, and it's there. And it just doesn't work out. So the changed up combinations so far have not proven successful for Royalians. They're moving just a little bit at a snail's pace, Blossom.
And they lost yards.
And lost yards, that's correct. They're looking to change it up this time. They're moving Nathaniel KDs to fly half. Now just some of the older players may not be aware, but the defensive scrum half cannot follow the ball anymore. And it is a free kick. Big Guinness, tons of space, but he slows it right down. Stays on his feet long enough for Kelvis to get there, but he wants a little bit more. Eventually brought down, and they started to roll to the left. Rayside, out to Natty. Natty met well by Rodney, but he's back on his feet, and he never released. So mistakes continue, and here's Wazim Oliver. Oliver, angry, 2-on-1. Should be an easy finish here. Here's Kamani Waith, back inside. That's Andrew Quash, and Andrew Quash back to Waith again. They're forcing everything, and they lose possession. And they give it away. And Chad Simeon, any thoughts on the action? A roll of the eyes says it all. The Royalians cannot continue to squander these scoring opportunities. It's happening over and over again. Putting themselves in awkward positions.
They're going to score now.
Well, we'll see. Actually, it is a little bit of a lucky call. They say it was knocked on actually by Caribs. So this is a perfect chance. They've got Keshawn Walker in the centre of the park. Would he just try to attack the space? Of course, on their 22. Rodney wants to go himself. Rodney thinks he has it. To Walker, and that's exactly what I said. And Keshawn Walker scores.
What did I tell you, Flo?
That, you said it. You are a prophet, Blossom. That takes the score to 10-12 to Royalians. The Royalians cannot believe their luck. And it has to be converted by Angry Bird.
It will be.
Definitely has been practicing. One area, keep on adding.
We don't take more than we can.
That's well done. Angry Bird makes it 10-14 in favor of Royalians.
Go ahead.
Substitutes coming on. Eno Douglas and Darius Alain making their way onto the field. This is it. Only about 5 minutes left. Vital encounter. And Royalians sneak on it. Again, 2 yellow cards in the first half. Elvis does so well. And Guinness does even better to clear. It's a pick and go. Stafford has got to do some recovery work. A lot to do against Jeremiah Moore. And Jeremiah Moore has a hat trick. That is the pace we're talking about. 15-14 in favor of Caribs. So again, not a lot even on Blossom. It's just very simple play by Caribs. And they're just exploiting very, very average defense by Royalians. So much talent in the squad. They just need to light a fire. Somebody's got to up the tempo. Again, milking time off the clock. This is a very challenging kick. And as expected, it goes across the face. So it looks like Askari Dawood, Caribs player, but actually representing Royalians here today, is on the field. Another player they were looking at to try to counter some of that size from some of the other Caribbean nations. He's been working on his fitness. He said he's got something to show us in this tournament. Let's see it. Sani to kick off once more. And it bounces, so not the worst kick, but that is going to be a Royalians line out just inside their own half. So Nikolai York to take the field. Big roll of the dice here, literally. Ascari to the back. They've got to have a successful line out here. Interesting, it seems like Doba's in the front. Nikolai and Ascari over. It goes to big Nikolai, who's got to hold it. And it does get knocked on, complicating these errors, milking more time off the clock, playing right into Caribs' hands. So Kelvis has moved to fly half. He likes to run that lateral line though, Blossom. And Darius Alain takes the centre, and Jeremiah, the hat-trick hero, maintains his place out wide. Daniel Katie's looking to put in. Again, they're really testing Geico. He's not liking Ibine. It's his third time he said so. He's given away a free kick already. You'd have to think that with Ascari and Nikolai, they're going to want to attack this scrum. So let's see, here comes that push. But somehow they secure it as Big Giddis. Or is that Eno? Darius Alain, lateral running, cuts back in. Almost through. Ascari Dowd, how did he make that cover tackle? Picked the roll around. Big Giddis runs that ribbon route and he breaks one. Can't break the second, but everybody falling offside now for Royalians around the block. And they're going to look to push now. Huge overlap. And it goes forward yet again. They're going to go back for the scrum. This might be the last chance for Royalians, down by a point. Could you imagine if they get a penalty, Blossom? And Angry Bird takes that kick for the win. So they are right in the centre as well. They have monster props on both sides. They could roll it any which way they want to open up that face. And is that Caleb Durham Diaz?
No, that's Hakeem.
Is it? So check my glasses.
Hakeem.
Oh, Hakeem. Right, I see, yeah.
Hakeem.
Elvis against Rodney. That should be a dangerous one as well. Out to Rodney. He's looking to loop around. Kelvis does very well. Kishon against young Alain. Kishon breaks the first, stays on his feet just long enough for the clear out to come. Nikolai. Doba under some pressure. Couldn't release. Ascari waiting for him out wide if that roll around comes. And what great work there by Giddis, who kicks it out of bounds, and Giddis just wins it for Caribs. Folks, Caribs do it yet again. So we'll see you again. Thank you again for supporting. Blossom over and out.